Hey guys, it's Nye and welcome to my world. This video I want to have some adult conversation. I want to touch on a topic that comes up often in conversations with my friends or conversation with men that I know. Just things that I feel like is such a misconception of and a misrepresentation of the actual situation. So by the title you see I'm talking about the topic of women and their lack of sex drive. For the most part, society has put on an image of the fact that men love sex and women we can do without it, or women we don't like sex as much as men. Especially in relationships, when you'll have a lot of times where the men will claim that they cheat because the woman isn't, willing to have sex as much as possible or as much as they would like them to. And I think it's a general, obvious, horrible misconception to believe that women who have constant hormones running through us, we have constant things going in our minds. I think it's very irresponsible to say that we don't like sex. For my friends, from my experience, I can say that for the most part, when a woman does not like sex or when she's kind of has a low sex drive, it's usually because it's not enjoyable. We don't want sex because sex is not made for us in society. Sex is made for the man. It's made for the man to be pleased. It's his conquest. We're supposed to lay dormant and fulfill all his needs while our needs are not being met. Plenty of times we go without orgasms. Plenty of times we go without the frequency that we like, or the positions that we like, or the lack of experimentation. Just different things that will make us, take a step back and not actually want to engage in sex. Now, men, for the most part, their aim is ejaculation. Their aim is orgasm. Their aim is the end. Women, generally speaking, our focus is the duration. Not so much as far as how long it is, but more so the connection in the session, the longevity of it, the enjoyment of it, just everything during. That's what we focus on. So if we are matched with a partner that is basically focused on the end and we are focused on the beginning and the during, it's kind of hard to say that we're going to want to, engage in sex with that person because we're really not getting anything out of it. So it's kind of like, how can you expect someone to want to participate in something that they're not getting anything out of it apart from their hair messed up or sweating or, just it's like, if the end goal is for all of us to be pleased and to get the orgasm, why would women want to engage in sex that's either boring, that doesn't last long, or that doesn't fulfill our needs? If you're complaining that your girlfriend, wife, spouse, sexual partner does not like sex, look into the fact or look into the possibility that it might be you, or it might be just the lack of connection or the lack of satisfaction. Because I'm sorry, as a grown woman, I am not going to keep having sex with somebody if it's all about them. Because realistically speaking, we could do it ourselves. We can get the job done without the headache. So why go through that to sit there and be left unsatisfied? I mean, I don't want to sound like, like pervert or whatever, but I mean, we want to feel good too. Our needs need to be met too. If it's a matter of foreplay, we need foreplay. So even though your girl may not like sex with you, don't generalize it to say that we don't like sex, because that's far from the truth. Because I can tell you firsthand experience, some of my friends are some of the nastiest, freakiest, dirtiest sexual people I know. But there are guys in their past who would say that they don't like sex. And it's simply because it just didn't do it for them with that person. So just look into it a little bit more. Just, don't judge a book by its cover. Stop being so lazy, men. Stop, the problem is that even though you may not be pleasing your girl at home, the problem is that there are so many options for you to feel empowered and feel like you're a good sexual partner, because there are girls out there that will fool you into thinking that, and then you automatically assume that it's the girl at home when realistically you're just not good at it, or you're just selfish. Most of the time The reason why girls don't want to have sex is because you're selfish. Because you don't take the time to understand what it is that they want and how to please them in the way that pleases them. Most men feel like they're one-trick pony. So it's like, if this worked with this girl, it better work with that girl, and I'm not going to do anything different because she better like it because the last girl liked it. And it doesn't work like that. We all have different outer appearances. We all have different inner structures. We all have different desires. We've all had different experience. We all have different sensory, orientations. So you can't think that everything with one person is going to work with the other person, because it does not work like that. In order to be a good sexual partner, you have to be willing to explore that person sexually and learn their likes, learn their dislikes, learn what turns them on, learn what turns them off, learn their orgasm spots. And if you don't, then you probably end up in a sexless relationship or situation. And if you do, I can almost guarantee you, unless it's like health-wise or she just really doesn't like sex, you really won't have that problem anymore about saying that, your girl doesn't like sex. If anything, you might have to beat her off of you because she won't leave you alone. And I can tell you that from experience. I have some people that will say that I don't like it, but realistically, they don't know me, So it's hard to judge someone based on your lack of experience with them or just your lack of knowledge. So just to clear up the myth, clear up the foolishness, women are just as sexually driven as men are. We have just been placed in society to, not like it or not want it because it's not for our enjoyment. Even if you look at adult videos, the guy will go down on the girl for maybe 2 seconds, and then for the next 15 minutes, the girl is pleasing him. So it's like, it's a male-driven society. So until you refocus it and say, you know what, I gotta please this woman, her aim is not going to be to please you. So I hope that I give you guys a little bit of jewels to help your sex lives and to help your relationships and to keep more people at home and to stop going outside and finding what is already in front of them. Just explore it. Be open to it. Speak to your partner. Learn her. Learn him. Get to know each other and actually just focus on each other. And you guys, your problems will reduce. It's just that simple. You can't solve something looking outward. You have to focus inward and resolve it. So resolve it. Enjoy your sex. Sweat out the sheets. All of that. So I would give you homework, but it might be a little perverted. So until next time, just enjoy yourselves. And hopefully, I shed some type of knowledge onto you to help your situation. So hopefully things will get better and you get a little bit more of understanding from a woman's perspective, because guys, we do speak different languages. It's just a matter of taking the time to understand one another. So as usual, until next time, peace.